Damn, in this man. Look at this. Curry's just like that. Who? Look at this one. Look how high he catches that. You see how high he catches that? Damn. Look at this. Oh, with the Crips. Are you watching my shirt? Hey, what do you see? Boy? You watch my stream, yes or no? Oh. Wait, text again? Yo, hold on. Who wants to watch my stream text again?
Welcome, everyone. Here it is at long last. It's the start of the NBA regular season. I know everyone's just as excited as we are here on 2K Sports to get things underway. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Chris Webber. Allie LaForce joins us as well. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, BA. Well, the NBA's play-in tournament is exciting. It's a way to keep teams in the mix, but it's had its share of critics. Luka Doncic said, quote, "I don't understand it. You play all season to get into the playoffs. Then maybe you lose 2 in a row and you're out? I don't see the point." Guys?
Yeah, Allie, team's definitely motivated to stay in the top 6. Good stuff there. Thank you. All right, here's a look at the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Russell Westbrook and the Los Angeles Lakers. Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. Mobley and Allen together in the middle. Darius Garland is out there with Okoro. And it's Osman in at the small forward position. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson Jr. and Adams together inside. DeAnthony Melton out there with Ja Morant. And it's Clutch in at the small forward position. Another season underway for the NBA. Grant, was there an opening night that sticks out in your mind?
Well, for me, rookie year opening night is always special. Came out the gates 25, 10, and 5. Of course, 2004 was special, too, after not playing the entire previous year. Here we go.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Here's Okoro. Melton covers. Tipped. Here's Clutch. And he jams it home with authority.
That's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Jackson against Garland. Pass to Allen. Down low. Here's Osman. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hey, take it right to the
Wait, this you, Zaire?
Not a bad way to start this game.
To the middle.
Zaire, this
Here's
you?
Clutch.
Well, this might be Zaire trying.
Buries it from
Zaire, say yes, it's just you.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load. Yeah,
I don't know. Yo, I think Zaire is in my stream.
The leadership he exhibits. Loves the game, plays
Texas
with
is Zaire.
and the results
Davon.
speak for themselves. Great flow to that.
Damn!
Players totally in sync with each other.
Xavier!
Rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
How the fuck you find my stream?
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment.
It's Chris, Xavier.
Pass to
It's
Osman
Xavier,
from
Chris. How do...
downtown, sends it.
Hold on, let me add this man to this call. Hold on, we gotta talk something. Sorry. Oh, just saw. I added him. Xavier, I add you to the call. Xavier.
might land. Osman's got his second basket of the night. And Chris, the drafting of Morant has accelerated the Grizzlies' rebuild. Even as they've gone young, they've remained competitive.
He's the face of the franchise, and I think his maturity and humility, along with their other guys, is helping to keep this Memphis team on track.
Here's Clutch. He's got 6. Clock at 4. Drains the triple. He's got 9.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
Pass to Allen, and stolen by Melton. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. The 4th spot held by the Grizzlies.
They were patient, and they were also unselfish. It helps to have guys who are willing to make the next pass.
The Cavs have gone 3 of 4 to get things going. 11 feet out, and another basket for Cleveland.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of that.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Osman. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Clutch. He's got 11. The 3 is up. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. You can see why after that sequence.
A line change here for Memphis. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Trailing by 2. Garland, the pass to Sexton. Back to Garland.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the first. Love for 3. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Jones. Anderson for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
They've come out hot. I mean, really hot. Perfect from the field thus far.
Memphis foul. Tyus Jones.
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Jones.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Grizzlies, Ja Morant.
Minute 32 left in the first quarter of the game.
Memphis foul. Ja Morant.
When he first came into the NBA, Graham, Darius Garland was a little bit of a mystery. He only played 5 games in college because of an injury, but it didn't stop the Cavs from taking him with the 5th pick overall in 2019.
And that's how obvious his talent was. It was clear his offensive skill set could translate to the NBA. And when you've got a guy who can shoot over the defense or can get into the lane and finish, you can't pass him up, no matter how many games he played in college.
Now here's Morant. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. 5 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
When Morant drives, he's so tough to stop. His agility makes beating the D look so easy.
1:03 left in the first quarter. Here's Garland. It doesn't go for him. Memphis leading. Morant with it. Picked up by Markkanen. And then Morant with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Outside Morant. Fires the 3. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's LeVert out to Garland. Here's the three. And the Cavaliers, another three.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And here's Morant outside. Buries it from three. Morant's got 10 points.
Morant sinks the answer with authority. He's feeling a competitive fire after that last time.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies up 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
All right, look who's coming up in the party.
And a lot of work still ahead, but Colin Sexton says his focus is on continued development.
I know that I have to continue to work, continue to get better each day, and I'm just continue to be the best me I can be. That's it.
Hey, control what you can control, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. I mean, that's a great approach on a young team hungry for wins. You can't get too high or too low.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in the early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
Another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the ball and piling up the assist.
Jackson Jr. and Adams together inside. DeAnthony Melton out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Clutch in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the three-pointer goes. Sexton's gotten his second bucket. And Grant, back when you played, were there certain types of teams that gave you more trouble, whether it was size or athleticism or maybe shooting?
Well, back in my day, I mean, the big, strong teams had a huge advantage. They could really beat you up and plant big guys inside, which really made it difficult getting to the rim.
Memphis has got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Here's Clutch. He's got 17. Takes it inside. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Just tremendous speed for a big man. He uses it to his advantage. To get the easy bucket.
Cleveland has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Pass to Okoro. Back to Sexton. Now Allen. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Sexton goes in. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the late.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Colin Sexton's nickname at Alabama was the Young Bull. He said, quote, I just play with a lot of passion. Through adversity, no matter what the score is, I play a complete game. Every time I step on the court, I have to show the world what I can do.
Oh, tremendous energy, Allie, right? Thanks for that.
Look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get back with your Grizzlies. All right, fans. That is your Grizzlies team. Make some noise for them.
Pass to Allen. Here's Osman. Melton covers. The baseline J is on the way. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
He's just a solid shot blocker. Jackson's timing and instincts is what allows him to make an impact like right there.
Outside Sexton from deep Mobley. And once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And it's always fun to see a defensive powerhouse like Evan Mobley. He savors any chance he gets to affect a shot or totally shut down an opponent.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Howard down after the assist, led him to the lane.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Well, when you look at Mobley's collegiate stat line, blocks definitely jump out at you. He averaged almost 3 a game.
Well, B.A., he obviously knows how to use all of his reach, but I'm sure he'll have to make some adjustments to be as effective here. In the NBA.
Jaren Jackson Jr. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Cavaliers.
The first one falls, and a new group getting ready for the Cavaliers. Love is checked in for Allen. Markkanen comes in for Osman. Karis LeVert's checked in for Okoro. And Garland is subbed in for Sexton. Outside Morant. Going inside. Morant! With the flare!
Morant way up. That move is fire.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. 8-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight. And he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. It hasn't been able to connect yet. Here in the second.
Pass to Mobley. Kicks it out to Markkanen. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. 1:22 left in the first half of this game. Here's Morant. It goes again.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Clippers are trying to shift their offense toward ball movement. Last season, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both notched career highs in assists.
They've got great chemistry, David, just like you and I do. Thanks for that report. So the Clippers win the tip. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. DeAnthony Melton out there with John Morant. And it's Clutch in at the 3 spot. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Shoots over Morant. Zubac no good. Jackson kicks to Morant. Here's Clutch. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. And in this early season, Brent, what is the feeling on a team that's trying to build chemistry?
Coming out of training camp, and you've kind of gotten to maybe D, E, and F of your alphabet of plays, and you want to get those execution points down, the teachable moments on offense down. Most coaches, though, Kevin, are focused on the foundation of the defense, the rules that we set, the obligation that you have to your teammates, and to start on that end of the floor. And that's really what the first 20 games are about for most teams.
Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal. And so here are the Clippers. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Back to George. Latrey sinks the triple.
Go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. What?
Oh, yes, sir. And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And there's a foul. It's on Clutch. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Jackson is doubled. Down low. Stolen by Jackson.
Great execution of the double team right there, able to strip it and then get the possession.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac.
Now, into the lineup for your Clippers, Marcus Morris Sr.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
Lots of throwback stuff to Kawhi's game as he's just feasting now in the mid-range.
Here's Clutch. Oh!
I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact, and there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And the Clippers have possession following the score by Memphis. That one no good. Morant with some nice D. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Clutch. It's good for the 7th. Time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play.
And there's the foul. It's on Clutch. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Brooks subbed in for De'Anthony Melton. Kennard against Anderson. Kennard, the pass to man. And the Clippers miss again. Memphis leading by 11. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Clutch. And that one is stuffed right through.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence, the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Brooks against Kennard. Morant with the steal. Jackson finds Anderson. Here's Clutch. Kennard covering. Drills the three-pointer. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Tillman, he's checked in for Jackson. Brandon Clark comes in for Clutch, and Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Misses the wing three.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Anderson passes to Tillman. On the wing, Jones. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Clippers trail by 19. Batum screen on Jones. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones for three, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Lets it go with the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. So they knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Yeah, in talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked.
Probably be more of a backline help.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
Tyus Jones.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Brooks is out there with Jones. Then it's Williams. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Tillman in at the 5, down low. George double teamed. It's Powell on the wing. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. For three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
George double teamed. Tries from 10. Second chance shot. In the corner, Powell with it. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacing at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Here's Clutch. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Clutch. Sinks the three-pointer. Clutch has got 24.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Here's Clutch. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And, Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Leonard. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. George against Jackson. In the corner, Powell with it. The 3-ball. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Adams with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Clutch. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
Here's Jackson. He's got 6. And the Clippers call time here. Look at Clutch. He's really been playing well.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Get on your feet, make some noise for T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming on.
Both teams will make substitutions.
A chance now to see the numbers for Leonard. Coming off a terrific season, putting up about 25 points per, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
It's hauled in by Coffee.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
The rebound by Anderson. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. And there's the drive. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And here's Leonard from 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Clutch. Buries the 20-footer. And that's now 30 points for Clutch.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Leonard for Anderson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
Leonard hits them both. And so it's Memphis with it. It's an 18-point lead. And the rejection by Leonard. And the shot is good. That's now 32 points for Clutch.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's why the kind of guy who's hard to figure out off the court, but that really doesn't matter much because on the court, coaches know what he's capable of doing, how he carries a team, how much passion he has for the game and the competition, and that's all that matters.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Here's Clutch. He's covered by Leonard. A baseline J connects. The jumper drops. 34 points for Clutch.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Leonard. No good that time. Good D by Anderson. Here's Clutch. Yep, that one goes in there. Clutch has got 36.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The defensive work they've done against Paul George.
51.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lou.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be...
Hi, folks. Time to hear from our
Yeah, man, this is what we were hoping for. The two alpha dogs are squaring off. And when the team leaders are staring at each other.
And now let's talk about that first half. Everything falling into place for the Grizzlies.
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with it. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench.
And that about wraps it up.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? Clutch, an impressive effort here today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. The stars of the team, Leonard and George, are the forwards. Reggie Jackson out there with Powell. And it's Zubac in at the center.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point God moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
George with no one around. No good on the triple.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
From the top of the key, and another basket for Memphis. And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's a goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Adams taking his time here. The three from Morant. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game, and that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. Leonard draws the double. The three from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his third assist on the night. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Puts up a three. Good on the triple. Morant's got 7 now in this quarter. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the Clippers call time here.
And coming out of high school, Ja Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small town upbringing. Growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Mark comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Jones subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Drills it from outside. Powell's got 12.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, you know, scouts, Greg, were looking right past Ja Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulder.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And that one's good, Morant.
And once he becomes a little steadier from deep, watch out. Morant will be almost unstoppable offensively.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a three for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for George. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Mann subbed in for Jackson. He gets it in there. He's got 17.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Carries it from three-point range.
And you love that. That's one of the strengths of Luke Kennard's game.
Morant outside. Again, Memphis.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Mann, defended by Jones. Mann changing this with the triple.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Kennard, the pass to Coffey. It's good. Coffey's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Here's Morant. Oh, that was huge.
Incredible. Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
There are only 2 players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Morant against Kennard. And that one's good, Morant.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Here's Mann. Out to the right wing. With 2 seconds left, and he sinks the layup.
He felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Grizzlies out in front, opening up a huge gap. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duty with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Jones. He's out there with Culver. And it's Tillman in at the 5. Home in the paint.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And here's Anderson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Mann. Defended by Jones, and there's the pass to George. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow.
Here's Conchar. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
They need this. And Jones pulls it down.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
No problems knocking that one down. Culver's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
To the paint. Power down with both hands.
Really heads up there. Played where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Memphis has gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Shoots from 12. And another basket for Memphis.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Driving the lane. Man can't hit. The Grizzlies have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Jones for 3. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers to the inside. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists tonight.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
And the basket by Jones.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league, but who was the toughest matchup for you when you play?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position. And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
There's the 3. That shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win
for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back, and all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Clutch.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Anderson. Clutch comes in for John Concho. And it's John Morant in for Culver. Softly drops in the floater.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Clutch. Hits the three-point bomb. Clutch has got 39.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Man gets the bucket.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge.
It's my birthday. I don't give a f though it's a holiday. So you know me in the squad, we going all the way, all the way.
You can't stop it, out of pocket, talking about it, but you not. I'm the type, it's time to go, you know I slide. I've been a hot one, know that if you gon' join my side. I beat the block up, cracking the game, I'm breaking the pavement. I'm a young CEO, making a change in this entertainment. I learned to move with tactics, so I'm executive aiming. I learned to do gymnastics. Now I've been jumping this.
The starting lineup for the Wizards, the Memphis Grizzlies. At shooting guard, DeAnthony Melton. At center, Steven Adams. At power forward, Jaren Jackson Jr.